component of your damage
Alright guys,
profile
tonton
in the
dan
early
puan-puan,
game. You know,
perlawanan
and,
kedua
it's
Team
even
Vamos
forced to just sit
menentang
in the
E7
sidelines and
daripada
push out those
UAE
waves
sebelum
of
kita
tenure.
saksikan
So
round nombor kedua.
quite
End
an
of
interesting
dawn.
draft to say the least from E7
Game
for
of Future
a
2025
potentially
guys
their last
di Abu
game,
Dhabi.
whereas if they get swept, once again they are going to be
Adakah
out
Siska mampu
of
carry? Mari
the
kita
games
lihat.
of the future for MLBB
tengoklah
here.
je.
This is their chance to get to a game 3, and we'll see if this composition gets them there.
It's gonna be up to how they rotate with the
Kena
family.
win.
When it comes to the composition,
Dia
Team
guna
Vamos,
emblem ni
don't be surprised. I think this might be a trend. Maybe teams
Kotak-kotak
don't like traditional
untuk win.
marksmen.
Marksmen.
Tengok bola.
Marksmen.
Or marksman heroes. Alright.
Why can't they be
Maybe
marks
Oh,
women?
Pak Zia
Yeah, carries.
ditekan.
Yeah, carry Beatrix. They're marks
Aku
women,
menzoning.
right? Should be. But yeah, marksman heroes.
Fanny.
In the
Hidup tak Fanny
movement,
game ni
to avoid
guys.
any kind of confusion at all. But yeah, I think that
Problem
Team
dia
Vamos
badang je
are
lah.
showing us how it's done. It's
Aku
not
rasa
the first
problem
time
besar
that we
dia.
are seeing this kind of composition. In fact, Team Falcons did it yesterday. Or
River Telas telah pun dibuka
if you are
oleh
from
Pak Zia.
Southeast Asia. That's what we saw from them.
Kena
and
curi
it
je.
was,
Duk, kena
sadly
curi duk.
successful for Team Vamos. Now they are indeed successful with it. The fact that they are doing it for back-to-back games shows us that, yeah.
Rusuhan bar biru. Fanny. Fanny masuk. Sub. Error 404 berjaya ditumbangkan.
Okay.
Agaknya blue buff, purple buff berjaya
And the
dicuri.
And the
Resource
purple,
jungle-nya.
that's huge for E7. That's exactly what they need to happen here, man, with this kind of lineup. You know, get the advantage for Aizen on this Fanny. And potentially, if you have to get the late game, at least you've got a Sicilian, you know, to scale into.
That's right.
Once again,
Seven ni
though,
ada
this
dua
is
hero
a
late
good
game dia
start
guys.
for them.
Sicilian dengan
Anyway, going back to what I'm saying,
Nathan.
guys,
Lompatan pada
why
error terkena akan
I'm,
tapi
I'm
sayang
making a
tiada
big deal
level
out of it,
4.
The fact that they don't have a traditional marksman is that because they're utilizing a quote-unquote utility jungler. This is not an assassin jungler. Guinevere is more
Self.
of a fighter, right?
Guindo
So
tak tahu
it's
duk.
like almost in a way, same category as a Yi and Shin, for example. Then there are tank junglers slash utility junglers like the Fredrin, like the Akai, like the Baksha, the Barats. Typically, with those kinds of heroes,
Zone
you
dapat
pick up a
level 4.
traditional marksman.
Orang
so
atas
that you have
tetapi
late
di zoning
scaling.
oleh
But
Xbox.
Team Vamos, for
Betul
back-to-back
sedang
games,
dimulakan
they're
oleh
showing
pasukan
us
E7
that, yeah,
up
you don't need a
daripada
traditional
UAE.
marksman. AP in the
Sebelum
meta
reset
you have
Siska
right now.
masuk.
Right now, Team
Zon
Vamos
dicari
gonna
sekarang ni.
fight
Flicker terpaksa
face-to-face
gunakan
with
oleh
this
Zon.
turtle.
Total reset.
Finalized pump by Rice Crim, but look at
Dan
Natco
hampir
joining
ditumbangkan
fight
Lasit.
two on the CC.
Akan tapi Bakzia yang ditumbangkan oleh Klokun.
Gets the kill. And now Natco will continue to put
Batan
pressure on
daripada
Nanos,
error.
forcing him to the
Viraga
turret.
pecah daripada A-Spot. Flicker juga telah digunakan. Sicilian bantu menggunakan second skill. Lalu dimulakan kembali. Tim Vamos berjaya didapatkan. Nampaknya rusuhan di bahagian blue buff. Sekarang ni cuba masuki pintu masuk musuh. Masuk. Retribution nampaknya berjaya mendapatkan mencuri resource jungle. Banyak low ni. Aizen down ditumbangkan. Double kill dia dapatkan oleh Era. 4 yang tertumbang daripada pasukan E7. Akan tapi ada mirroring cuba dilakukan oleh Speedy menggunakan Nathan. Berjaya mendapatkan satu resource tower. Tidak ingin ketinggalannya agak jauh.
E7, unfortunately, they were already winning, and I think that if they had given up that turret after losing Rice Cream, it would have been better for them because they could have pushed or maybe went for somewhere else. But
Mesti digunakan oleh
because of
Aizen.
that, Aizen had a serious case of the dying clouds
Patah pada Era tidak terkena.
as he was taken out by Error 404.
All right,
Oh,
now
pick
Tim,
off.
they already know the flicker was used.
Oh, Nathan masuk.
Nanos trying to get away. He does survive after using the Bats Feast, but this is the pressure. This is the shift that we see Team Vamos do. Once they get any type of lead, they don't let up. Potentially Zorn looking for a play. He's going to have Flicker in a couple seconds here, so see what he decides to do. Up here on top.
Siska sekarang ni tekan Flicker pasti gunakan untuk melarikan diri.
Should be fine against this attempt from
Guys, jangan lupa bantu saya like dan share dulu guys
Gonna be okay for now. All of a sudden, Team Vamos have built 1,000 gold lead over their opposition. Still plenty of gold for the Nathan though. That's a 3,000 gold that he was able to collect the early stages. And
Nathan
this
3,000 gold lead.
really what E7 is banking on is Nathan to go late. Fortunately,
Pak Zia
Rice
down.
Cream will be
0-3
taken
dah
out.
guys.
Again, that's the rover for E7.
Era
Surely
membeli
E7
concentrate energy.
are not happy with that, but not too sad about it either.
Oh ni bagi atas.
Protect this Nathan up top.
Tak nasi.
Oh,
Oh error
so
dicari
close,
sekarang ni.
Speedy. Oh, Zorn sees it.
Energi
The kill in
habis.
sight, but
Nathan
those-
menjadi tumbangkan oleh
he
Zon.
still gets him with
Gunakan
the fist
badang.
Despite
Flicker,
being
nampaknya ada
thrown
pick
around
off.
with claws and they repay
Sicilian
Nanos
down.
for thinking they could take out
Asal dia tak
Zorn.
pakai Purify,
Another fallen up here on the top side for
Oh Maxen juga
ES7.
dapat badang juga kan.
Aizen looking to clean up a kill potentially if he can, but no one is low enough.
Betul sedang dimulakan oleh nakku.
The turtle for the taking here. Team Vamos, after a victory up top, will now go ahead and take another objective, furthering the gold lead. They've built themselves under the 6-minute
Betul,
mark.
mudah dia dapat kan.
Alpha's gonna get spotted out. Oh, he walks into the bush, even with the Frogger armor. He might get chased down. He's pretty slow. Yo-Yo Blitz already gonna be used.
Error dicari. Menggunakan ulti. Jaim shutdown error.
10 from Papa Jack. Sedekah Jumaat Palmoga Maju Jaya.
Amin. Thank you.
That's a good kill
Papa Jack.
from E7 because Aizen got it and it was
Boleh
on
menang
to
ni
Error
Vamos.
for
Ya.
over.
Mudah-mudahan ni.
And the sanguine claws coming out from Nanos was just way too good. There's still plenty.
Oh, flicker pada Sicilian. Cuba mencari Klokun. Klokun pasal menggunakan flicker untuk melarikan diri. Nyawa dia hampir ditumbangkan.
But that's a step in the right direction. I still have to say that the way for them to win this is to protect Speedy at all costs.
Yeah, let Speedy scale up
Oh,
and
no.
Nanos to an extent.
Oh,
right?
Nathan terekspos. Dijumpai oleh Zon. Zon menggunakan ulti. Berjaya menumbangkan Speedy oleh Siska.
Speedy.
And
Kan tapi di bahagian
Massive
bawah.
purify, but still, I don't think it would have helped him there.
Dia ni mati dengan siapa?
Unfortunately, Nanos just had to watch him die.
yeah, far too forward. You can see it happening from a mile away. And even Aizen was taken out for I don't know actually whatever happened in that exchange. I think he might have taken out Natko, but traded for his life. So that will mean that Team Vamos will be comfortable in this league
Apakah
once again.
handphone
They're
aku
not
tiba bunyi sendiri guys?
controlling this jungle of E7.
Siska jumping in just so Zorn can get away from this fight. You
Mana ni
that's-
qualify
that's
ke?
just
Ya.
how much of a distraction
Kenapa
they can
skor
be,
tak
Team
update
Vamos
1-0
here.
pak? Ini select nama dia
Zorn
tadi.
continuously to just cause some havoc. They're not even massively ahead. Like that's the thing, but it just seems like these team fights aren't going in favor of E7 at all, and most of them aren't even team fights. It's just Team Vamos actually getting a better rotation, a better position.
Wah, jom malam
on
ni
one of the side
movie
lanes
Papa Zola di
especially,
post.
or in their side of the jungle.
Oh, lain macam
and
Taufik
getting
Manan.
a kill and disengaging, you know. So it's, you can take a look here.
Papa Zola.
How things are panning out. Aizen isn't behind. You know, he's actually
Dia tak
slightly
ya,
ahead of
Taufik.
Arrow 404.
Kat
But he's
Fanny
just
kau je
having a
apa?
hard
Fanny
time
aku
getting
boleh duk.
into these positions for the objectives, right? He might be able to pick up a kill, and maybe that's what they can lean on here.
Sebenarnya
As
Fanny
they
patah
give up
besok
this
tak ada.
last turtle of the game over to Team Vamos to take pretty much freely.
Super free. Speaking of, we're looking just at the items right now. The fact that there is already the Thunderbelt for
Play off
Zorn
kalah
is-
mati je
I
bah.
think it's big enough for an
Betul.
Oracle. That
Salah
will
aku
be
lah.
a big problem for E7 eventually
Kalah
because Badang will continuously cycle through his
Ah,
spells
kalah
and
mati, tak ada
combos
low
that
bracket.
he's able to just push back, knock back everyone from E7, and eventually control this Fanny. This Fanny will be facing a lot of problems later on. And the fact that there's a lot of stuns to couple that up with if you're Team Vamos, you have the Guinevere, you have the Lapu-Lapu as well.
Oh, lompatan kena ada Bazia. Bazia menggunakan Revitalize. Dia ada follow up.
He's been pretty tanky here, but it's
Sedikit
three
lambat
naked
follow upnya.
four
Akan tapi,
members of Team
berjaya
Vamos
ditumbangkan juga.
going for him, even with the revitalize. He's
Fanny
gonna
menerima
be
damage
Aizen
agak
in
banyak.
trouble too.
Kelas Insanity
Quanlo has to
dibuka oleh
cable on
S-Bot.
out.
Cuba menumbangkan
The last
seorang,
Insanity
tapi
gonna be
tidak
used just
dijumpai.
to keep
Lompatan
Team
daripada
Vamos
Era
from
cantik
going
terkena
forward.
Purify telah
So
digunakan oleh
Mike Rice will
Nathan.
be able to catch Alpha. And once again, a
Datang
Team
Fanny
Vamos
cuba
losing their
menumbangkan
fights. Even
Klokun,
Aizen
akan tapi
sees some low elf bars. He can't
dia ada
risk
stack
it.
di badan
Gonna have to be
Klokun sebelah
careful
tadi
off
untuk
here.
beri damage
He
agak
should be able to
tinggi.
just cable on through.
Oh, ultimate barang. Agak tersia-sia kat situ. Adakah Fanny berjaya lagi ditumbang oleh Natko. Follow up yang cantik.
We'll pick him up with a yo-yo blitz. E7 falling apart here on the top lane. Even further, Rise Crim taking a couple punches from Zorn. Tanky enough to survive this, though. They still have the Flying Clouds plus this tier 2 turret. But it's just Team Vamos taking what they can.
Zon,
until
Zon,
this
Zon,
one
Zon,
comes
Zon.
up. Rise Crim will go ahead and spawn out Zorn, and that's just going to be it.
Kita sudi bergambar.
E7 needs to take
Gambar
care of
hari tu
themselves
borang
now.
banyak.
I mean, it's not impossible for them
gaming
to
chat
mount the
dekat warehouse
comeback.
sale
If there's
produk.
any lineup that can actually mount it, this is the lineup that
Sama-sama.
should have it. It's a silly
Banyak
that they
borang.
only problem is that
borang
they
banyak
are
ke
focusing
gaming?
so much on magic damage. It's why
Check
Oracles
tak ada lah satu kursi
have
je.
been picked
Kursi
up by
bunyi.
Team Vamos. Eventually, Radiant Armors will be a problem.
Bila dah?
There is
Eh
an
lah,
argument that
ya
can
ke?
be made though for this Nathan because Nathan can actually one-shot
Ah,
people.
tu dah
even
update dah
through
guys.
radiant
Skor
armor,
skill.
especially when
Kill.
he picks his target correctly.
Skor
For
menang.
example, if he focuses
E7
on
di mana?
blocking as well
UAE.
as, maybe Natco, that could be good.
Oh, Line Sanity dibuka.
But
Natco
it
mudah
will
larikan
take
ini tapi
so
dia sadar
much time
second
to get
skill
there.
oleh
And
Sicilian.
it's also true with the Sicilian. I would feel like E7 if they just relax a bit. Look for
Oh,
the crucial
Fendi jadi
pieces,
tumbakan.
not make extra plays like this.
Lot mudah di secure oleh
Could
error.
have a way for this game to last.
Oh
not
man, I don't know if that's gonna happen here. Wolf,
Sok.
Bison going down there.
Lampu
Lord
masuk,
secure.
Line
They're gonna
Sanity digunakan.
continue the onslaught up here. Just going for more. You know, this is the thing, man. Team Vamos takes what they want. They've been doing that the whole
Apa ni
series.
Taufik? Aku nampak kau lepak makan kat
That's right.
kedai campur.
It kind of feels like Team Vamos are
Kedai
just
campur-campur
styling with
tu.
E7
Kedai campur-campur yang
right
mana
now
ah?
with this
Kedai apa ah?
composition. No traditional marksman
Kedai makan ke?
coupled with a fighter
Taufik.
jungler. Team Vamos are showing us how it's done, the new meta that we have. I'm
Kedai
not sure
campur.
if this is if this is going to be a trend. Maybe if we
Menjadi
get
kau.
to see more of
Vamos
this in
team mana,
a
wah?
great success in the upper bracket matches that we'll have later on. Maybe we can say that no traditional marksman kind of comps will be good.
First game Vamos menang.
Still working for it. Rise Crimson.
Mana yang terlepas boleh tengok replay. Saya ada post video juga guys. Mana yang terlepas Line Sanity digunakan. Tiada yang tertumbang. Ini cuba untuk clear wave.
already. And Team Vamos walking in with this Lord. Will continue more. A jump in from Era 404 gets the Purify out from Speedy. They'll just clear out the Lord the best they
Oh,
can.
badang.
Trying to mistake-
Mendapatkan
Oh,
3.
but Zorn, he'll jump in, a fist
Speedy
break, fist
down.
crack combo,
Line
forcing the
Sanity
fight
dibuka.
anyway.
Zon nampaknya bakal
Still
ditumbangkan
alive, a little
oleh
longer.
Sicilian.
Finally, Nanos will take him out, picking up a Divine Glaive that's going to help the damage on the Sicilian as they defend. Aizen now part of the fight. Natko up on the front side. Siska as well.
Guna
He
ulti.
jumps on back.
Aizen
With that Braves
menyiapkan
fighter,
War
Aizen's
X.
still on the hunt, but he's just going to clear things out. They maintain their base turrets.
Yeah. Speedy. And they're going to
Oh, sangat
0
ulti tak
and
ini.
3 for this Nathan.
Okay, kedai campur-campur
There's
atas
great
di
defense
pos.
coming up from E7 because of
Apa
the
ni cakap lah?
Sicilian.
Kedai
If you think about it,
campur-campur di pos. Kedai apa?
eventually
Ya.
this Fanny will have a
Nama
way
kedai
to
campur-campur.
split push.
Di
But
pos.
we are not seeing that happen from E7. They are not fighting on their own terms. That's why Team Vamos at 12 minutes in has 7,000 gold lead and they're not scared to really pummel down into E7. Right now they're positioning themselves onto the jungle of E7, taking away resources that would have been there for the
Tengok kat
Fanny.
sini
That's why
ke?
the Fanny cannot go very far, even across their own side of the river. They cannot do that because there's no purple buff available for the Fanny.
Oh, let's see what they can
Satu
do. I mean,
from
even
Muhammad
without purple
Zulhilmi
buff,
bin Zainuddin.
they have
Art
pretty good
satu kali
defense.
per.
This lineup allows them to clear
Apa
things
dia?
out.
Satu kali. Oh, error down.
404 out of the picture so quickly. Siska now too on the retreat. Might be able to go ahead and pick up a
Aku rasa
kill.
aku tak
Gets
pernah
him
makan
finalized
situ,
out
Duk.
on Rise Crim. Whoa, Rise Crim. It feels like E7 is
Pernah.
feeling
Pernah.
a power spike here, man. They might be confident enough in their defense that they can just kind of hold on until the stacks are built up, and you know, even Speedy to come online here. Are they getting close?
Maaf kat mana lagi nak tengok stream lain? Game of Future.
Getting close is, I would say yes, but there's still very far. There's still a lot
Bombers ke?
of
Tak.
ways
Tak,
to go
tak, tak,
about
tak.
it.
Tak tahu.
Because, and I'm only saying that because there is a Lord that's happening right
Lepas tu
now.
keluar,
If
aduh.
E7 can
Pada
last
tak selamat
another
aja.
Lord
Kena
cycle,
comeback ni,
this
Pak.
could be a
Ah.
little game for them.
Good play there, traction pulse, but there's the stun. Nanos trying to get away, even
Nanos
with the flicker.
Sicilian
won't
down.
be able to get
Dan Sanity
targeted
dibuka,
and
nak
knocked
Kobe jadi
down.
tumbangkan.
Aizen
Nampaknya
has to get out.
Immortality
From
pecah.
Pendeta Laut, ada 3 perkara yang boleh menjatuhkan sebuah negara.
Ya, boleh.
Can he turn the tide of this fight? Rise
Rasuah.
still left to his whims.
Lagi
He's
apa?
gonna rely on Speedy and the rest of the team, but he's tanky enough.
Tak tapati masa cinggai.
Back towards us. He's on the hunt. Can he chase down Clock Kun? Clock Kun gonna be fine though.
Ada dua serupa tak
No
orang kamu oleh.
energy. Aizen trying to get away. Era 404 part of this now
Tak,
too.
selalu memang ada
So
kat
low
pergi di
traction
pos tu,
pulse.
tapi
Whoa,
aku tak ingat aku
he's
pernah
almost
makan
able
dekat
to get
campur-campur
out.
tak
He
pernah.
can. A huge
Ke yang kat
catch
bawah.
from Era 404 on the spatial
Sebab
migration
dekat di pos tu mangkuk ayam tu je aku masuk selalunya.
But E7 is back
Makan mi kari dia
with
ke,
their 4 members. Can
tom yum
they
dia ke,
stall this
sedap
out
eh.
and delay it, or do they just let it go?
Campur-campur tu tak ingat lah guys
You just
kat
have
atas.
to let it
Aku
go.
semua macam
You
tak
don't
pernah
have
dia
the
makan situ
retribution.
rasanya lah.
I
Ataupun aku
wouldn't-
lupa.
Aizen, he tried to
Jadi
go for
palsu
Clock,
boleh
but he
jatuhkan
ran out
negara.
of energy eventually. Of course, Clockman also outplayed him. He tried to get out, and it was looking very promising for Aizen without the purple buff because of his timing with the cables. It's as if he was
Kalau
trying
tak
to
ingat kena
outwit
pergi
them
lagi,
for
Pak.
but he
Aish.
just didn't have enough energy to eventually get out. He was eventually caught by Error 404, and that's a kill and another Lord
Kenapa
for
dengan
Team
cewek? Aduh,
Vamos.
kena mention ke?
E7 needs to mount this
Tak, aku
defense.
lupa.
Like I said,
Aku lupa.
if
Serius.
they can
Kalau
still
macam
give
tu aku lupa.
themselves their
Sebab aku
base
jarang masuk
intact
kedai-kedai.
after this is a winnable game
Bukan
for
kat
them,
atas tu.
but
Lalu
it will be
sushi
a
tu.
very difficult defense
Kalau ada
for them.
masuk yang pingat lah.
Let's see if they
Sebab
can
mungkin dah lama
mount
kot.
it. Wolf,
Lupa.
they're gonna have to do that some way,
Kau makan dah
somehow.
ke dah dah?
Rise Crim already at half health.
Alright,
Couple
tekanan
shots
sekarang
clear
ini.
out this Lord really quickly, though.
17 balas 6.
So unless Team Vamos
Golit
decides to
sebanyak
force a
lebih
fight,
kurang
this
7,000
clear
golit
speed,
daripada oleh
this
tim Vamos.
defense
Agak
lineup
selesa
that
kan,
E7
tapi
has
Vamos kena berhati-hati kalau di fasa
these
mid game
waves.
to late
They're
game.
still
Sekarang dah mid
focused
game,
on
Lion
this
Sanity
mid lane.
dibuka
Last
untuk
Insanity
meng-clear
used
saja
as well,
minion.
just to clear out that mid wave, to keep that mid
Jumpa
turret
aku
up.
tak
And this
open
is what I
table.
was saying, man. You know, E7's
Table
lineup,
apa pula?
it's
Salam
that
maghrib
high
semua
ground
maghrib.
defense lineup,
Hari depan ni
clearing
kau
out these
pisang
waves,
mat.
buying time,
Aish, get
getting
well soon
stacks, and keeping them into this game, hoping to get to, I would say, potentially maybe
Kau
that
semua tangan boleh
20-minute
jatuh ke
mark
negara, hati-hati.
where they can maybe find themselves contesting that Lord to come up here, this next one. And if somehow, some way they get themselves that
Seven negara
Lord,
mana?
they might be able to flip this game
UAE.
over. Again, they have so much grounds to cover with only 2 turrets now.
United Arab, betul ke? United
Still have
ke?
the X-Borg as well. This is a great defense from
UAE.
E7.
United Arab Emirates.
The later this game goes, the bigger their chance is on actually securing a comeback. And the later the game goes, Team Vamos composition kind of peters out. You can see that happening already when it comes to the way that they're pushing, because it's very difficult for them to actually push a turret. Just, I think their only way for them to actually end this game is to wipe out the members of E7, because as long as the X-Borg as well as the Sicilian is left standing, Team Vamos will find it so difficult to siege E7.
Ini
So at
ada
this
fight
point,
yang ni.
again,
Sabar kan.
60
Nanti kita tengok.
we
Jangan risau.
are
Ini game kedua ni.
slowly
Omboy baru game
getting
1 kan.
into that point where there is a
Dia
power
ni
fight
macam
for
negara
E7.
cu.
Ice Queen 1 for Alpha. That's where you know that he was having a
Game
good
si
time,
Aizen
because
boleh macam juga tu. Aduh.
normally you won't get to this spot as the export.
Komen
but
hero baru Pak. Okay fighter.
yeah,
Aku tak
it
main
actually
ML
makes a
lagi
lot of
guys.
sense.
Season ni.
It's a traditional build.
Baca komen
It's
kat
not
mana?
the first time
Kat
that
mana?
the Ice Queen 1 was actually picked up by
Dekat mana?
an export.
Dia tiada
Yeah, at
hari
this
tanpa
point too,
tas-tas.
you
Ya.
see them just kind of basically powering up as a team here, recalling. Because again, there's not much E7 can do aside, continue stack up, clear the waves, potentially wait for the Lord. I'm actually curious if they want to contest it or if they just rather defend, because their lineup actually allows them to have a pretty good time defending, into this base if they want to. Whereas if they decide to go and contest Lord, they put themselves in a little bit of a unfavorable position, right? Even though they have some of these
Kalau
overmentalities
sudah
now,
dimulakan oleh era
some more
sekarang ni,
defense
nampaknya
lineup,
bakal
they're just
tiada
better off
kontes
with
yang
this
diberikan
lineup
oleh pasukan
defending
E7
in
kerana
base,
ketinggalan goal lead
having their backs
yang
against the wall
agak
instead of
jauh juga
potentially giving
sebenarnya.
power to each
Sebanyak berapa ni? 8,000 goal lead dipegang oleh tim Vamos.
Be the Lord take. It seems like E7
Wah,
are
halu.
not even interested
Asmin.
into
Sana.
peeking. Not
Sana.
even a peep.
Official
onto
tak
this
tahulah.
Lord.
Undiut.
They just stayed in their base, and I think that's a smart decision.
Sudah bermain
to do.
bah? Belum. Tengah lawan.
And right now, just have to look at the items. Sicilian.
Blood dimulakan. Adakah ni?
Oh, no, it's not.
Kalau
It's
Vamos
suspended
tak
since
dapat
they go. It's
ending
actually
game ni
so
guys
far
kan,
away.
game ni
I think the
sedikit
fact that they
sebanyak dia
have
akan
been
berpihak kepada
corralled
E7
in
sebab
base for a long
hero-hero dia
time,
ni.
that meant that this Sicilian will
Sicilian
not have enough items
Nathan kan,
for him to be a threat.
dia akan mula jadi ni guys
Just
sebenarnya.
this item set for the Sicilian is not gonna be enough for
Warm up dulu kat area base.
Speedy though.
Warm up dulu.
Full build onto this Nathan. It's gonna be a glass cannon kind of Nathan. The way that he actually itemized this, so he has to be careful a little bit. But he does have the Purify and the ultimate, the entropy, so he's got his tools. But yeah, he just has to be careful not to be caught by Team Vamos.
This is also a bit of a beefier lore now that's evolved, making its way up top. So they'll just clear
Hero
things
cuma
out.
cari musuh.
So Rise Crim taking
Tak
quite a bit of
menjumpai
damage.
trillion push
That current
daripada
calling
pasukan
from
Vamos.
Natco, but
Error low.
they'll be back up by the time they get ready
Tengok
to
dengan ulti.
actually
Oh,
push into the
cantik.
base. Oh, Zorn
Zorn.
jumping in.
Menjumpai Nathan. Nathan terpaksa menggunakan Purify dan juga ultimate. Zone down. Wah, tahu-tahu dah apa buat. Game ni bakal masuk ke fasa late game ni akan jadi game berat sebenarnya.
Yeah. That was a nice attempt coming up from Zorn. I understand why he went for it, but he didn't get the wall up. That's why Speedy was able to get out of the zone. Well, Speedy had the Purify anyway, so he's gonna get out no matter what happens. But the idea is you pop the Winter Crown with your ultimate so that you will not be attacked or countered by E7. Looked to be a promising jump, but Team Vamos are now feeling the weight of this non-marksman kind of lineup. And they are suffering from that as they cannot end the game just yet. I'm not saying that they are automatically losing here. I still feel like they have their ways to do it, but it's going to be harder and harder by the minute for Team Vamos.
Yeah, it's one of those
ultimate kena ke atas S-Box akan tapi Viraga tak pecah. Dan ini tidak dibuka oleh S-Box.
They kind of have to chip away at E7 now, and that's a little more difficult for them.
Dapat seorang, Pak Zia menggunakan Revitalize. Padang, setup. Kloko sampai tumbangkan, Flicker Pak Zia gunakan. Aizen, Immortality pecah, Kloko beli Immortal. Unstoppable untuk Siska. Fanny menjadi tumbangkan bersama Pak Zia. High ground ada lagi dua orang. S-Box pun mesti dah high ground juga ni guys.
They still have great clear, they should be okay. Even with Alpha on this X board, he can clear these out. Lord is up. I'm not sure if Team Vamos actually wants to decide to go for it.
Aku masuk.
Push in. Alpha takes the brunt of the damage.
Still buka, Benji juga telah dibuka. Viraga Ammo pecah, Badang setup daripada Zon menggunakan Winter Crown. Speedy cuba menumbangkan Zon. Error menggunakan Winter, tak ada yang cover Error membeli Immortality. Adakah Rose Gold akan dibeli? Tidak sempat rasa lompatan, masih lagi berjaya hidupkan diri Error. Santai.
And they try to get what they possibly could. They at least get a base turret and they make their way for the Lord.
Oh, what a costly mistake coming out from Aizen as well as Rice Cream.
Alpo. Polo. Aku nak sebut tu juga tadi.
Gotten his purple buff, that's why he felt like, okay, maybe I can take this one. Unfortunately, we'll be
beli Winter Crown.
We'll lose a turret because of that.
But they can contest this too.
Game losing though. Yeah. Could be the Lord now.
Oh, look what's happening here, Wolf. It's the same thing. Don't tell me Aizen's gonna get trapped once again.
No way.
Up on that top side, they're gonna go for the chase.
Ya Allah, tak kena, Cok.
Oh, they didn't land any of the crowd control they were looking
tapi ultimate Error kena. Sudah. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan. Error terpaksa ditumbangkan. Zon menggunakan ulti.
And now the chance of taking a Lord
Apakah?
are gone.
Ada Lord.
Unless they just go ahead
Dah tak dapat masuk lagi.
A big misplay there.
Big misplay, ya betul. Fanny ni susah kan nak contest slot ni kan kalau tak ramai yang mati.
But the timing was just bad for Team Vamos. They couldn't land the stuns that they needed.
30 saat sempat lot ni.
Plenty of crowd control, but was far too late when
Zon akan cuba flanking. Vamos masih lagi menekan bahagian musuh supaya tak mendapatkan free load. Oh, Zon. Cubaan Immortal Zon bakal pecah. Flicker telah digunakan oleh Zon. Siska masuk. Nampaknya Mbak Zia Immortal pecah. Zon masih lagi hidup. Mbak Zia down. Siska menggunakan ulti. 5-0-10 guys.
But they'll just finally say, you know what guys, let's just get the Lord here. Error 4-4 is going to be back up in a second. Let's start it up and secure this win.
Sudah mulakan pasukan Vamos sekarang ni. 23 minit guys.
This is a
late game.
Just a mere fact that again, when you don't have that traditional marksman, you know, you kind of put in this situation here. So they'll go ahead and zone out Alpha.
Keempat, Siska masuk menzoning S-Box. Penny cuba
Aizen's going to join this fight. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to put pressure here.
Lot mudah dapat kalau Error.
Lord will be secured 23 minutes into this game, 23 and a half. And they'll get ready to march into this base. Taking the last one. Zorn could be in trouble. He's going to get chased down a little bit here though.
Zon low.
He's still alive somehow.
Lompatan terkena berjaya menjumpai Alpo. Menggunakan S-Box.
That dies instead. So without Alpha, this is a pretty tough task to defend against this beefed up Lord with a full force from Team Vamos.
Dapatkan region yang tinggi supaya tak perlu recall dan jalan jauh.
That's massive. They're gonna go for it. Already
Siska masuk, Siska ada Immortal. Crystal lebih fokus sekarang ini. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, game kedua menangkan oleh Vamos. Mereka akan qualified untuk ke peringkat seterusnya. Jadi guys, kau jangan lupa untuk like, comment, share bagi pendapat korang pasal game yang kedua ni. Yang paling penting, jangan lupa subscribe. Let's go for our Malaysian team punya matches. Oh boys, let's go.